Hello everybody, and thank you so much for coming back and joining me. This is Christy Love, and I'd like to thank you for joining me no matter where you're coming from. You could be on my Christy Love's Health Journey page on Facebook or page by the same name on YouTube. Please subscribe. You could be joining me from Instagram on my K_Jack the Aspiring Chef page. You could be coming at me, knowing me personally from my Christian page. Or you could be following my food page on Facebook, which is Christy Love. So, wherever you're coming from, thank you for joining me and giving me some of your time. This part is just a little introduction to another video. As I had previously said, I had planned on doing one video straight through, but I gave it a break and decided to do a part 2. So this is the part 2 where I continue to discuss my why, and also somebody I really want you guys to follow on social media, and to explain a little bit more about my calling and how I had a experience that kind of brought me back to the path and the mindset that I wanted to be on, or needed to be on, should I say. So this is just an intro to that video, which is coming up next. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. Your time, please don't forget to share, comment, questions, anything. I am here. We're here to learn and grow together. If you want to inbox me, go right ahead. Just give me some time, because due to what's going on with me, it's a little bit harder for me to get to messages quickly. So blame it on my hands and not my heart. I appreciate everybody reaching out to me and everybody so far commenting and just being a part of everything. Thank you for being here with me. And if I can help you, just let me know. So without further ado, until next time, this is Christy Love. Welcome back. I had to take a brief intermission. It was long. It was not brief. Brief intermission in my story. I hope you like my wardrobe change. Anywho, so yeah, back to what I was saying. So I got a calling, and I didn't want to hold up my end of the bargain. It's not like I didn't want to hold up my end of the bargain. I didn't think I could do that. But it's not about what you want. Sometimes it's about, what you need to do. And it took me a while to get to that space. It took me a long time to get to that space, to get to the space where I made that video that I posted last. Between that time and this video, I mean, gosh, it had been probably 6 months or something like that. Who knows, maybe longer. So, the takeaway from that part for me is just, if you're gonna put something out in the universe, just make sure you're ready for it. And when you hear what's going on and you hear the calling, don't ignore it, because it's not going to ignore you. And sometimes you're literally going to be forced into situations where you cannot ignore the situation anymore. So that's a good takeaway. Now, within that part of the story, or this part of the story, should I say, there's one more thing, one more nugget that I think people need. And this nugget is actually begging you to follow social media influencer Tabitha Brown. Okay. You can search her on Facebook as Tabitha Brown. And I am Tabitha Brown, I believe is her other handles. She has a YouTube page. I follow her IG. I can't tell you about anything else because those are the only social media that I have is Facebook and Instagram and the YouTubies, right? So that's all I can go on. But if you go to her page, I'm sure she has all of the information on how to follow her. Again, it's Tabitha Brown. She's a vegan. And I was following her. It's so funny how things happen. I was scrolling down Facebook way before this ever happened. Probably 2 years ago, maybe, something like that. And I saw this video of this woman who was in her car, real cute lady, and just like any other video, I watched a few seconds of it and I laughed at it. She was in her car on a break. She was driving Uber, I believe. And she was talking about TTLA. It's a Tippy bacon vegan substitute sandwich that they had at Whole Foods. And she just was going on about sandwich. I thought it was so funny. And they were talking, it wasn't the original video, you know how they cover videos, so they were talking about her and how she went viral and how funny, you know, the video was. And I laughed, it was cute, her going on and on about sandwich. And I kept scrolling. That was it. Didn't think twice about it. A few months later, I ran across a video directly from her page somehow. And it was about Fioros, I think it's the apple sage sausage, breakfast sausage. Oh my gosh, it was so funny that I literally hunted this sausage down because where I'm at, we really don't have a lot of vegan options. Just in like the year since I've been trying to find vegan options around here, there's been a lot of traction with vegan options and substitutes. But prior to this, you could not go in the store and just go pick up some chow or some Vinaise or you know, couldn't go and find the Fioros apple sage sausage. I literally got that sausage on a trip to Myrtle Beach, and I went to a, oh my goodness, what was it out there? A Publix, I think. So I didn't even get it from the city I live in. That's how bad I was trying to search for it. And she was right, it was so good. But the video was so funny, and I thought she was just like the dopest personality. So that's when I started following her. Started cooking more vegan things and, you know, thinking about more vegan options and stuff. But even more so, what I grabbed from Tabitha is just really good nuggets, life lessons, tips, inspiration. You can go follow her story and see why she became a vegan, and maybe you'll understand, you know, also why I was drawn to her, because it seems like the universe put her in my path, right? To show me what somebody else did when they were struggling. I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegan, especially not now, okay? However, you take what you can from people. And maybe it's not living a vegan lifestyle, but maybe it's the inspiration I need. But anywho, I started following Tab. And she says I can if I want to, because that's my business. But here's where, again, that little thing, that calling came right back. She then did a video a few months after I had that powwow on my knees. She did a video kind of as a refresher, because you know sometimes you get new followers 6 months down the line, they don't know the story, you redo it, right? So she tells her story and I'm listening. Of course, the story, when she talks about it, always makes me emotional. Even before I got sick, it made me emotional just hearing about her journey. Well, by the time I had come across this video, now I was sick. Well, then she hit that point, and she literally said she got down on her knees. She heard the same exact calling I did to the videos, and she was basically the same way. Like, child, you admit that for the person over there across the street, ain't it? That wasn't for me. That was, you know, the wires got crossed and the message that went to the wrong place. I'm waiting on mine, and I'm sitting down over there. Well, needless to say, I started boohoo crying like a psychopath, like bleh. You know them good cries. I don't know if any of y'all watched Dane Cook stand up back in the day, but he had this little bit on crying. Please go look it up. Dane Cook talking about crying is one of the funniest things you will ever see in your life. But I swear it was one of those cries. I did my best. And I was like, damn, man, no, I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing either. And then I thought about, you know, she was like, she did that vid, she did a couple videos, and then poof, before she knew it, she did that TCLA and skyrocketed immediately. Like, basically because she was doing what she was supposed to be doing. That's the message I got. Now, I don't know. Y'all listen to you, tell me what message you got. I don't know. But what I do know is it still didn't light a fire under me. I don't know what the flying fish sticks I had going on. Howsoever, I did hit that point when I made that first video. Last week before last. So sometimes it does take time, right? And that's okay. But I definitely wanted to also share that part too. You know, what's going on here? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? What was my thing? How did I know? And you know, that, you know, I just wanted to add a Tabitha Brown thing in so that I can influence people to follow her. Oh yeah, and she's a bomb on TikTok too. Oh my gosh. To follow someone who's gonna also help you in, you know, in some kind of way. You know, some people aren't people's cup of tea, but if I can place somebody in her path that she might be able to help, please go on over there and get your life. Go on over there now. And also, you know, basically how what she did and the thing that she had gone through kind of just clicked back and reminded me in my life about what I was supposed to be doing. And I guess in closing of this particular point, that is the goal for me, to be a Tab to somebody, like Tab was to me. to pass it on. Some people are never going to cross her path. Maybe that crossed mine. I don't have, right now I don't know what the views are going to look like. I don't know what the shares are going to look like. But I feel like if I just keep doing the one foot in front of the other and walking in the purpose, I won't have to worry about that stuff. Because that stuff is going to come because it's part of the plan. And when it's part of the plan, it's going to fall into place like it do. Alright. So, what I think I'm going to do is end it here. And the next couple videos, I'll be going more into it. Still not getting to the beginning of the journey yet, but more of the why and the what and all of this stuff. It'll all make sense. I promise. All the cogs will fit together eventually. I'm not mostly concerned with like jumping into what my diagnosis is and jumping into what I'm going through right this second, because I think, yes, that is super important, but I think the most important part is the meat of it all is to talk about what happened before this, what led up to it, right? So I appreciate you coming, spending however much time that you have spent, even if you just watched a little. I appreciate you. I thank you. Please don't forget to, follow me on all my social media. Like I got that much. Follow me on social media, different facets of my life. I am trying. I am super tired most of the time, so I'm trying to get back to updating my Instagram and my food page, but it's a lot, especially trying to do these videos and everything I have going on now, which you'll know later what I got going on now. But I'm trying, but there's still stuff up there you can look at even if it hasn't been updated in a while. Okay, I'm gonna try. But yeah, if you have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the comments. If you want to spit some inspiration, go ahead and put that up in there too. Tips, each one teach one. Let's help each other get it together. So everybody, let's just get it together, right? So until next time, it's Christy Love.